In this video, we're going to talk about when you're ready to finish out a service call and where to go from here. At this current time, we are not asking for technicians in the field to collect in the field, and that's partially because there's not a great module in the current release of Cloud that has those metrics or those features built into it. So we're just going to talk about what the process is going to be, at least for the initial phase of our deployment. So you have the ability to mark a service call as finished. You have three different options. You have yes completed, which is going to be the most common. No schedule return visit. Hey, we're not done and there's things that we need to do to fix this original scope of work. It's important to make that distinction. We're not talking about, hey, we need to come back and do other things that the client asked for. That will be handled in a separate service call. We're really talking about, I couldn't get the thing done that needed to get done. That should be hopefully less common and not very much used, but that's what that button is for. And the last button is the awaiting parts for next visit. That would be something specifically where we are continuing the service call and we specifically need other parts. So not really a big distinction there at this point, but this is exactly how we're going to be using it again in this initial rollout. So for now, I'm just going to say, yes, this is completed. You'll notice that when I do that, I essentially get what would be similar to what a client would see when we send them an invoice, or if we were collecting in the field, what the invoice would look like. The things that were reported, the things that you found, the things that you did, and the next steps that they want us to follow up on. You'll notice at the top there it says the total time is 2 hours. Again, remember that our duration of the call was 2 hours, but we said that a half hour of that we determined with people at the office that we weren't going to collect for. So we're only billing for an hour and a half worth of time. So you'll see the parts we added, the binary splitter, again, because it was not from the catalog, it does not have a price. The Apple TV, which does have a price, but you'll notice that there is no total of products. There's no grand total at this time, and there is no tax calculated. So those are some of the reasons why we're not asking you to collect in the field. If this were a labor-only call, I guess we could handle that on a one-by-one basis, but right now, for now, we're just going to assume that collecting is not happening. So because collecting is not happening, the next step, the accept and sign, is a little bit of a moot point. There isn't a client who's going to be presented with this at this current time in the field. So for now, we do have to enter in the email, the first name, the last name for this information or this service call to truly be closed. If you go back out of this, you'll see that it's still kind of in this status. So I'll go ahead and accept and sign. I'll just put the client's information as it was on the project information at the first page. And the client's first name and the client's first name and last name. So there you go, it automatically creates the signature. And I'm going to hit accept and sign. When I hit accept and sign, it's going to go through the whole acceptance process. The next page is going to be a little bit jarring at first. It's going to tell you essentially that there is an invoice being forwarded to the client. That is not happening at this point. That will happen down the road when collecting is something that is able to be done in the field. And that'll resolve the need that we've had in previous systems where there was no copy of the invoice. So at this point, again, you can just go ahead and click finish, and your service call is completed. You'll notice it's not listed as the upcoming service calls. And you'll notice on the calls button that it is shown there. You can view it to make sure that everything is in there appropriately. But for now, your service call is complete.